Here are the things that I believe as to how a man should be. First, purpose. A man should always find and work on his purpose. Because without purpose, a man is weak and lost. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to change the world of or something at first. The thing that you have to do is you have to find a purpose which is meaningful and also quite satisfactory for you. It should be something which gives you a spark in your life. It can be anything. It can be building a career, it can be taking care of your family, protecting your loved ones, or maybe excelling or improving at a single skill that you always wanted to. That is a purpose, and it doesn't mean that you have to do something extremely good enough for the in the eyes of the society. It could be as easy as being a fitness trainer. Now, what is the purpose of fitness trainer? They help people to be healthy and have a positive mindset when they get out of the gym, and that is a great purpose. Imagine a guy is helping others to be fit and healthy. That is a great purpose. Now, if you're the kind of guy who don't know what purpose you have or how you are going around it, or you're very vague about it. So, for example, you're thinking like, my purpose is to earn money. That is not a purpose. That is not something that is actually, I would consider it as a purpose. Because let's just be honest, earning money through what? What are you doing? Is that giving you satisfaction? Yes, you might earn money, but it won't last. Because once you hit a setback, once you get a failure, through anything you're doing, maybe you are on YouTube, maybe you're in a corporate job or anything that way, you won't feel like doing it anymore. You will feel like quitting because once you hit that setback, it will be so boring for you. Your purpose was to earn money, which isn't happening, and then you're like, no, this is not the route that I have to choose. I'll choose another route. And you switch lanes and you switch lanes and you switch lanes, and by that, you never earn the money you want. Rather, have a purpose. Sit down and ask certain questions to yourself and think what brings you joy. How can I earn the money? Is there anything that I can contribute to the society? Because end of the day, purpose is all about contributing to the society. So for example, um, I want to be a boxer. What am I doing? I'm somewhere contributing to the society. How? I am providing entertainment to the society. So I want to be a fitness trainer. What am I doing? I'm contributing to the society. I want to be a businessman. Maybe I want to sell clothes, or whatever it is to the society. What it is, providing clothes to the society. I want to sell shoes. I want to be I want to run a digital marketing agency. What am I doing? I'm providing services to the society. So your end goal will always end up giving something to the society. Right now, you might be thinking my purpose would be to build a aesthetic body. And then what? After building that aesthetic body, what will you do then? You might open a gym. You might do something about it, right? And once you do that, what is happening? You are contributing to the society. So imagine this. Your purpose is like a onion rings, if you get what I'm trying to say, the onion. So basically, once you peel off, there's another circle. Once you peel off, there's another circle, another circle, another circle. The core of it is contributing to the society. First circle, you you basically improving yourself. Second is maybe improving more or helping someone, a single guy. And then slowly you come into it. And in the center, finally you might employ people, or you're working in such a way that it is contributing to the society a lot. And that is the only way you can earn a lot of money financially, and also you'd be very satisfied, and you would be much more goal oriented, and you will overall be happy. A man is always the one who is goal oriented. A man is always the one who runs behind purpose. If you aren't, you'll be sad. If you aren't right now, it's fair, but later on you will be. Now, the second thing is building competence. Now, you need to build skills that makes you valuable and self-reliant. Life doesn't show you mercy. As I told you before, life doesn't show you mercy. It will keep throwing things at you and you have to go through it. You cannot just sit there and blame the situation or the people or anyone in the matter of fact. You cannot do anything about it. You can't cry about it. The only thing you can do is keep working on your skills so that anything life throws at you, you would be ready. The more capable you are, physically, financially, mentally, the less you would be scared of life, the less you would be scared of making mistakes because you would have a positive mindset by stacking those small wins. A man is someone who is extremely skillful, or even if he's not skillful, he's working on it to be skillful. Have you seen your fathers? Have you seen your dads? Anyway, have you seen them? They try, they figure out, they solve problems, they do something out of it so that they aren't, so that they get something out of, so that they have you seen your dads, your fathers? They try to figure out things, they solve problems, they do something about it, right? Because if they don't do it, what will happen? Nothing. They're going to be get stuck or they get down. They get downgraded then. That is not what we want. We as men have to keep building something. We have to keep building those skills. We have to be that self-reliant person because there are people around you who are depending on you and you need to be that person. You cannot just stand there and do nothing about it. A man has to have these skills, not for some personal gain. I'm just not talking for the personal gain, but also for the greater good for of society. Certain skills like public speaking, problem solving, leadership, skills like protecting your family or your loved one, or creating something new, being innovative. You need to do it. You need to do it because that is how you are valuable to the community. That is how you have a value of your own. Master the three skills. Physical skill, that is basically having a good physique, sports, you can play sports, martial arts, strength, whatever it might be. Mental skills, communication, being mentally sane, emotional intelligence, problem solving, anything like that. Financial skills, maybe earning, saving, knowing about all these things, earning, saving, investing, anything like that. That is how you grow and that is how you build competence. A man is extremely competent. Third, control your emotions. This is something that even I am learning. A man is very grounded. If you have seen um, James Bond, if you have seen any masculine movies like that, have you seen the way he portrays himself? Extremely calm, extremely grounded. That is how a man should be. Now, even I am learning it, but what does it mean by saying it being control of your emotions is when a man is triggered by something which is external, the way he reacts matters a lot. The way he reacts tells a lot about that person. So if I tell you a certain thing which hits you, you can just get angry. If a girl tells you something, you just get angry. Why? Rather, I would rather give a solution to this key. Delay the reaction. Take a moment, take a deep breath, think what happened just now, process those emotions, take 10 seconds gap or just count down to 10 off your, just remove your emotions aside and start thinking what happened just now. And just by doing that, you would avoid creating worse situations for yourself. Don't give in to your first emotion. I'm telling you, don't give in to your first emotions. If you're really easily getting angry by anyone, you're becoming a slave to them because they have the power right now to control you. They know what nerve to pull so that you get uh, easily angered. And those people are the masters of you. So don't let anyone control your emotions. Only you can control them. Only you can do something about it. Now, that doesn't mean you have to suppress your emotions, right? You don't have to suppress your emotions at all. Let's just take an example that a girl comes to you, she tells you something that annoys you, that makes you feel angry. Don't just go and barge on her. If some house help or if anyone that's that way tells you something, or rather let's just put aside being angry. Let's just say you're sad. Someone comes to you and they ask if you're sad, and you say you're sad. If you say no, you're not sad, I'm not sad, I'm completely okay, I'm good, good, good. Fair enough, you don't want to be vulnerable. Fair enough, fair enough. But just think about it. Are you running from the emotions, or what is it that you're doing? Are you running from the emotions? Because I don't want you to run from the emotions. I want you to go through it. It could be alone. It's up to you. I'm not saying you have to go and talk to people and feel good about it. No, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to go and be vulnerable. I'm just telling you to go through those emotions. It is up to you how you go through those emotions. You can journal, you can talk to people. That is up to you. Because I just think this point came to me. There's when I read this thing that if you are triggered by anything which is external, the pain or the emotion is not due to the thing, but because of your own judgment of the things that you have of it. So I will tell you again. If you're triggered by anything which is external, the pain or the emotion is not due to the thing itself, but it is because of your own mental judgment of the things that you have of it, right? So just think of what I said right now. It is more of the mental thing that you're overthinking and making the things much more worse. So don't think so much. Take the topic, take whatever the person has said, or take whatever the situation in that way only. Don't overthink about it. If you do it, you will start overthinking, you will get anxious, you will get angry. And that is going to fuck up your case. And you are a man, you need to be grounded. You need to, even if you are stressed and you're in front of people, you need to calm down, calm your nerves down, calm your balls down, and you need to be there. You need to be completely controlled of yourself. Again, don't suppress your emotion, rather express it in a way which is healthier for you. Be physically strong. I've always told you in every video, be physically strong. A man, all the ancient Greeks, the gods, our ancestors, everywhere, if you see, they were all fit. They were all fit. Now I'm not telling you to go and have those jacked six abs thing. I know it is difficult and only some of you might be willing to do it, and you have a lot of things and you're too procrastinate and you're too good at procrastinating things. I know you won't be doing six pack abs and all that thing. But if you're chubby, you're fat, I want you to get fit. I want you to get leaner. I want you to put on some muscle and have that frame at place. A man is someone who's actually strong. He resembles strength, right? Somewhere you are the one who lifts objects. Somewhere you are the one who is doing things for the society. Then how can you be fat? At least see for yourself how good you could be if you just work out, and see for yourself how good you can look in the mirror when you are naked. I don't want you to be someone now who, and now this is for the people who just go to the gym. I don't want you to be someone who just goes to the gym, packs a lot of muscle, and that is his whole identity. He doesn't do anything else. He just comes back home, looks forward to go to the gym again, and he goes in the morning again, and that's it. Then afternoon, evening, just he sits, scrolls through Instagram, and does nothing. The body which he's making currently is so, like, what? It is not even functional. What I mean by functional is you need to have a body which also you can use it in a day-to-day life, right? So, for example, you want to lift something. Yes, you can lift something because you're going to the gym. But if there's something that you need to do where your body cannot allow you to do, your body is too tight to even scratch your back, or maybe if you get what I'm trying to do, like I can't explain it in a very better way this time, but you need to have functional body. You should be able to climb trees. You should be able to do a somersault. You should be able to do something with your body. It is not just a showing muscles that you have. If you see the people who were in who used to go to war, they were fast and they were agile, but they also had a good physique. I'm basically telling you to be more like an hybrid athlete. You need to know how to run because just building muscle and having aesthetic body, it just feels like you're just trying to impress people, gaining validation, which is fair enough, not bad. You're still ahead than majority people, but still, how about you how about you know how to run and be fast as well? Be good at sports, be agile, just look at it. Your body is not just to show or look muscular, it is also to be functional that way. A man is someone who has a functional and a powerful body. Not just powerful, but also functional. You need to know how to run also. It's not like you're a massive builder and I tell you to run for like 100 meters with me and you're dead around 50. What's the point? It's just an example, but what's the point then? What's the point of having so much muscles? You will instantly, your respect will instantly be decreased. Set boundaries and abide by it. Now, this is a very important thing. A man has certain principles, a man has certain boundaries that he has made for himself and he will comply with it. So, for example, if you have a boundary, if a man has a principle that he has to sleep at 10:30, then he has to sleep at 10:30, then he will sleep at 10:30. It could be anything. If a man has kept a principle for himself that he won't eat sugar, then he won't eat sugar. Yes, I agree there are times that he has to tweak in a little, fair enough. But out of seven out in a month, he should at least be complied to it for 28, 27 days. Now these are the things that is very normal, but there are other rules to it too. Now it is up to you how you understand this thing. Because so if you tell someone that this is what I do. So for example, let's just say I don't hook up with girls. Now people look forward to you, oh damn, you don't hook up with girls. Or you say, I don't drink alcohol. People look up to you, so you don't drink alcohol. And later on, third day, fourth day, when they meet again, you're basically drinking alcohol in front of them. Then what? They lose respect for you. They won't say it, oh you drink. That's crazy, let's drink together. But somewhere there's like he's just like any other guy. He told a certain thing, does another thing. And you'll lose respect for yourself too. If you are really the person not drinking alcohol, then how did you drink then? Why did you drink? If you don't like something, then why do you do it? Just to get into the society, just to feel included. If you don't like it, don't do it, irrespective how anyone feels. Because a man keeps his value clear, a man keeps his worth clear. You don't like something, you don't do it. You never do it. Always stick to your principles, always stick to your beliefs. If you feel that 1 plus 1 is 2, and until unless you don't feel like it is wrong, don't change for anyone. Just because society tells you 1 plus 1 is 3, you start doing that thing. Why? Don't do it. Until unless you feel it is wrong, only then change. But always stick to your principles. A man is always someone who sticks to his principles. Leadership. We all talk about alpha males, we all talk about beta, gamma, whatever male you guys talk about. There's one thing that is common, that is leadership. A man leads even without telling anyone, just through his actions, just through his words, or just being there, he leads someone. You don't have to tell. So, for a man, you don't have to tell him to lead. He will take initiative. So, if you are a kind of man who is in a room and you think you can solve a certain problem, just go and lead. Don't just sit around and see that if anyone comes up and does things. No. If you want to feel masculine, if you think you need to be the leader of the tribe, you need to put that first step ahead and go. Waiting for someone's approval, waiting for people to approve you, telling that, yeah, you can go lead. Don't do that. Those are for pussies. You are not weak. You're watching my video, you're not weak. A man takes complete responsible. Now, for example, what I mean by this is a man takes complete responsibility is you came up with a solution, you led them to a way, and now it was wrong. You don't fucking run away. A man takes complete responsibility of whatever outcome comes. You can't blame situations, you can't blame people. The true leadership comes owning the outcome. You need to own it up. There's no ifs and buts, you need to own it up. Even when it's not your fault, even when it is because of the situation or environment, you have to own it up. Things might go wrong, and that is how life is. You have to own it up. You can't hide from it or rather blame on someone else that because of him this happened, or else it would be a perfect plan. Doesn't matter. Step up, own the mistake, and be eager to lead again. And before you lead, before people to listen to you need to be such a kind of person. You need people to trust you. And how people trust you even without they meeting you? By your habits in your daily lifestyle. So I wouldn't let any fat guy, any. So I'm absolutely being brutal and rude to you guys, but I wouldn't I wouldn't let anyone lead who's fat, who has mental issues or any which ways. Like, I'm not telling mental issues, I'm not against it. But again, if a man is sad, if a man is not happy enough in his life, and if he has certain things going through it, I don't think he would be a good leader. If his decisions are being hindered by his sadness, I don't think he could become a good leader. Then, because again, he has to suppress those emotions at that time. He has to switch off his mental emotion button and then only think logically. If you get what I'm trying to tell you, only the ones who live a very healthy lifestyle are the ones who can lead. What I mean by healthy is who are mentally sane, who are good at all those skills which I spoke about before, who are good at who is good physically, mentally, financially. They are the ones who are absolute leaders, and they are the ones who people would love to listen to. That is how life is. Now you might think that I'm absolutely being brutal. It is fine. I am then. Because there's no sugarcoating to it. That is how life is, that is how society is, and that is how I see people around me. Why would I listen to a man who's fat? Why would I listen to a man who is sad? Why would I let him lead? And of course, if he's dumb, I wouldn't. Why? And now, why would he be dumb? He wouldn't have put in the effort, he wouldn't have put in the work. So yeah, I wouldn't let him. A leader is someone who works on himself every single day and gets better every single day. Only then people will respect you eventually because they'll see that growth in you, and that is how it works. You can watch videos like this all day, nod your head, and feel inspired for straight 10, 20, 100 minutes, whatever it is. But that's not what makes you a man. Let me tell you again, that's not what makes you a man. What makes you a man is choosing your purpose, sticking to it, building the skill that makes you valuable, controlling your emotions, what you want to explode, strengthening your body, making it functional so it's ready for anything. Imagine someone steals your purse as in your wallet, and runs away. Can you run behind him or will you just shout, help, help, help? What's the point? Nothing. You're basically fat. Or even if you're muscular, what's the point of having all those muscles that you can't even see or do a single human thing that is run behind him? Coming back, setting boundaries and then living by them, leading them when no one else will. Those are the qualities that a man should have. That is non-negotiables. Of course, there are a lot of things apart from it, but this video will go on for an hour, 2 hour then. But these are the main points that I feel a man should have. And if you want to build something, do it. The world actually needs movement right now in this era because the society is making them weak. You need to be strong, you need to man up. So ask yourself right now, if someone looks at your life today, would they call you a man or just an older boy?